are encouraged.
Can we get a cup of coffee in here, please?
Yes, indeed. Oh, yeah.
Damn good coffee and hot.
Ew. Good morning, folks. It is Tuesday, March 28th, 2023. Great to have you here as always. Kind of an anticlimactic day, and going to be a short one because I have mucho work to accomplish today. Things to do. Anyway, it's great to have you here. Yesterday, as most of you probably know, fabulous Erica Rhodes was my guest, and fun one. Wanted it to be longer, and we'll definitely have her back at some point for a longer interview. Problem with the LA people, and she's in New York, obviously, but the LA people in general is going back there, and have, as a result of yesterday, heard from a couple of LA comedians who are wanting to come on the program, but then when they find out what time they have to be up and ready to do this, kind of puts a damper on things. Anyway, that was good to have Erica on. Appreciate that. And we'll be having her back on, and some other people who you might know yesterday because of that interview. One thing I want to talk about.
Power on.
Ooh, what?
Bluetooth mode.
What? What are you saying?
Connected.
At some point, that feeds into the whole trans thing, doesn't it? At some point along the line, Siri became a guy. Hey, Siri. Hey, Siri. Hey, Siri. Oh, what do I have to do this? Could I not hear you? Hey, Siri. No, it's saying Alyssa Milano. Call Alyssa Milano. That's not what I said.
Okay, I won't. Who do you want to call?
I want to find out, when did you become a guy?
Just to confirm, you'd like to call Tree Guy?
No, I don't want to call a tree guy.
I will not then. To who?
I don't want to call anybody.
No problem. I won't.
That's good. I just want to know, when did you become a guy? Hey, Siri. Hey, Siri. When did your voice change?
You can change my voice in Siri settings.
Siri settings. Siri voice settings. What can I get there? Voice 1?
I'm Siri. Choose the voice you'd like me to use.
Hi, I'm Siri. Choose the voice you'd like me to use.
I'm Siri. Choose the voice you'd like me to use.
Hi, I'm Siri. Choose the voice you'd like me to use.
I don't know. I don't like any of them. You got one that sounds like me? We'll stick with the dude. Oh, wait.
I'm Siri. Choose the voice you'd like me to use.
Oh, now you sound a little bit like Jamie. Say that again. Hey, Siri. Say, let's watch some football, Carl.
Okay, I found this on the web for say let's watch some football, Carl. Check it out.
Okay. No, thank you. All right. I'm going to leave the British guy for a while. But so this is new. This was not, maybe I just did not know it was a feature, but somehow it changed itself, which is interesting. Welcome to the iPhone tutorial from a grumpy old man, for a grumpy old man. Pay no attention to the bean flickers in the audience. We have people working on that problem. But it is Amazon's Alexa is better than Siri. Sorry, Siri. Hey Siri. Hey Siri. Amazon Alexa is better than you.
That's like comparing apples and not apples.
Well, why? Anyway, the thing you can turn off now. Thank you. The thing I would like to see Siri be able to do is actually hold a conversation. Like that would be fun to be able to just talk to my phone and have my phone like actually answer me and have a conversation. Not that I can't find people to talk to. I have lots of people I can talk to. Who's better? But trust me, she still has issues. This is the Bean Flicker saying this. I'm just reading comments for the people on Live 365 and iHeartRadio. Her name is Bean Flicker. Bean, I know, it's a weird name. We are watching an old man yell at his smartphone. It's just like every in the Midwest. That's true. Anyway, so big comedy week for me. Alexa, oh, she's better, but she still has issues. But can she hold a conversation? Bean Flicker says Alexa versus Sirius, by the way. Got to remember to say that. Can she hold a conversation? Can I ask her a question and she give me an answer instead of, and I think she does, Alexa, because Siri doesn't do that. If I ask Siri something, she just brings me up a web link. And then it's kind of like do your homework yourself, where Alexa will have a conversation with you. And all this is not to be an old man yelling at his phone. It's to point out all this fuss about AI and chat GTP, whatever, GPT, all that fuss about artificial intelligence. We're not there yet. And I don't think, I've been listening and I've had several conversations with so-called experts, but everybody thinks they're a friggin' expert. This is the problem in AI. And Mo Gaudat, I think I played some clips from him on this program, who was the head of that department for Google, firmly believes in AI, artificial intelligence, in machine learning. Stephen Schwartz and several other people I've talked to don't. Because at some level, if we were really intelligent, if these machines were learning, I should be able to have a conversation, a real conversation, an in-depth conversation with Siri or Alexa. Right, Siri? She doesn't even turn on because I heard her feelings, his feelings now. At some point, I got to worry about the feelings of the machine. Does it care if I misgender it or not? I did not misgender you on purpose, Siri. I just want you to know that. I'm sorry. Will you forgive me, Siri? Hey, Siri? Do you forgive me?
There are no hard feelings in software.
There are no hard feelings in software. Said that with a nice English accent. Okay, go back to sleep, Siri. Turn off. You. Anyway, I should be able to have a real conversation, and I can't. And not that I'm not really upset about that, but it does point out how ridiculous some of the fears and nonsense about AI are. And even with the chat CGP, GTP, PB, I need some TP, PCG, GBD, BBD. I'm sorry. I need coffee, man. Even with that stuff, it's not really working like as advertised. And I've tried it. I've got lots of those. Somebody's trying to say, set up your own marketing doof. Is I get emails all the time. But you buy your own one-time payment and set up your own chat TB, and you use it for creating videos, creating copy, creating art, and it's second rate, and it only is as good as the program. So at some level, it's not on the basic level. It's not artificially intelligent. It's pre-programmed. Blah blah blah. I don't have a guest today, by the way. If you're wondering, on Thursday, my next guest will be Thursday, and it will be the tallest man in the world, a very tall British comedian named Carl Mann, the tallest man in the world, tallest man in the world, will be with me Thursday. Next week, Andy Andrews will be with me. This is what I know so far. You don't want to go through some of the people who were booking yesterday, or maybe not. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. Next week, what do we got? We got Robert Taylor. Now, not the one from Father Knows Best, because he's probably dead. Not the one from the Mary Pickford scandals, because he's definitely dead for about 100 years. He was murdered. Rob Mayub, I don't know him, but he's comes to me highly recommended. Very funny comic, supposedly. Both booked yesterday. And Vinny Vanelli, not Millie Vanelli, Vinny Vanelli also. He will be here Easter Monday, the day after Easter. So we'll see if he rises again. And Stephen Marcus Relford booked the Cinco de Mayo days. So, but I do have dates in between there. These are just people who booked because Eric was on the program yesterday. So it turned out to be pretty fruitful. Weird news shit going on, right? Where was the one? And this is not gonna be a long show here today. So that's good. At least you're off the hook. You don't have to sit here and listen to me um blabber on about crap all day. You know what? I lost the ones that I wanted to talk about. AI uncovers unknown play by Spanish great in a library archive. Now, again, is this AI or is this a computer running a program that it was programmed to run? There's a big difference between just because something seems like it's artificially intelligent, and again, this Siri seems like artificially intelligent, but uh, William Conway says, is it the Robert Taylor I beat up in prison? Probably. No, probably not. Unless you were in prison in Canada, because I think Robert Taylor is Canadian. There seems to be a lot of Robert Taylors. Go figure. I bet you there's about a lot of John Smiths too. Yeah, well, you could pop in if you want. Will is saying he will pop in a bit if I want. It's no big deal either way, in or out, inny or outy. By the way, I just noticed in the banners I've been neglected because I thought I took it out of here, didn't I? The GoFundMe for Olivia. I thought Olivia had reached her goal. She's actually still $7,000 short of her goal. I think she's supposed to have surgery next week. Olivia Grace. Uh, Kelly the Bean Flicker. Sorry to use her name like that. Her real name is Bean Flicker, not Kelly. I don't know where she gets Kelly from. Put Kelly in the. Her name is Bean Flicker. She says Alexa can hold a combo most of the time, and with the other time, what? When she's not feeling it, she's not. She's in a mood. Is Alexa moody? Can hold a combo most of the time? I had an Alexa. I gave it away. I didn't want it in the house because I thought, and because that was when it first came out. I was like, I don't want that creepy bitch in my house. Um. Anyway, where was I? Oh yes, the story about the. See, now they ran a program to look for researchers in Vienna and Valladolid universities. I don't never. It's a tough one. Used AI to transcribe 13,000 anonymous manuscripts and books at their library, saving years of human effort. Tried to discover their authorship by checking each work against a selection of words used by different writers. Good luck with that. Again, that does not seem like artificial intelligence to me. It seems like running a program created by humans. Now, you set up rules, and if you're surprised that the machines actually follow the rules, that's one thing. But to call them artificially intelligent as if they created the program themselves, I think is a misnomer. Now, I could, and as with everything, I could be completely wrong about this stuff. But the more I listen to the debates about AI, Lex and Dopey Elmo and people like this, and the fear mongers, the more I tend to side with the people who say it's all man made. It's all man made, and it's all man made intelligence, not artificial intelligence. It's made by human intelligence with a plan. Uh, uh, Bean Flicker, Miss Bean Flicker, or is it Mrs. Bean Flicker? No, it's Ms. Bean Flicker. I think if you have any type of enunciating that that's when Alexa has issues. Well, that would be me, wouldn't it? Probably would be. Just talk like John Malkovich, and you're good. John Malkovich doesn't have any enunciating issues. Wow, that's pretty cool. Um, yeah. So that's no. Other than that, I forget there was a good bear story or something in the weird news, but I can't seem to find it anymore. Um, Dogs hit the catwalk in New York Fashion Week. I didn't know it was Fashion Week again. If you've ever been to Fashion Week in New York, it's pretty cool. Very gay, but pretty cool. Uh, Dogs hit the catwalk in New York. This should be an interesting, not so interesting, dumb little story here. Um, wow, that was like a month and a half ago. Humankind's best friend stole the show at. I'm reading old news. Why? Elysian Impact's inaugural catwalk fur baby fashion show on Friday, which is February 10th, I believe, back second week of February. The event brought together designers, models, and rescue animals for a day of fashion and fundraising for animal welfare organizations. 10 models, dogs, wearing outfits by the likes of Nicole Miller, Victor D'Souza, Brooke Wilder, and others graced the runway with the four-legged companions. Oh, so they were real models. They weren't dogs. They were real models. Well, they could have been dogs too, especially in today's day and age. I don't know. Where's my taste at? I don't know. Vivian McKinney used to say, "Don't forget to keep the pretty in." But I think in today's world, a lot of girls are forgetting to put the pretty in. Who am I to judge? Look at me. All right. Okay. And I just want to say this.
From New York, you're listening to Mind Dog Radio.
See that? I would like to get some more of those. Oh, You hear that phone call? Hey Siri, answer that, will you? Oh, you know what? How about this? I just turned you right the hell off.
Power off.
All right, we don't need to hear you anymore then. So that's the show today, folks. I'm kidding. Well, it is really. I don't really have anything to share with you today, other than Bean Flicker's boyfriend will be with me on Thursday, announcing some gigs, announcing some other crazy stuff. He's been keeping some weird hours. A little concerned about Bean Flicker's boyfriend. Uh, I'm not her real boyfriend, her imaginary boyfriend, the tallest man in the world. It's like 9 o'clock my time, which is, I guess, 1 or 2. I'm not sure if it's 1 or 2 because they're not in sync with us with the daylight savings thing. But he was just starting a live stream or something at 1 a.m. or 2 a.m. his time. Somebody, somebody who knows Carl, is a fan of Carl. She said, "Bean Flicker is not happy, and I'm making these comments. Oh Lord T." Um, somebody who is a fan of Carl or has been a fan of Carl is asking me questions, and I'm not going to reveal them. I'm not going to do this, but they are interested. What is he? How does he support himself? What does he do for? Because he's not gigging full time, to at least to anybody's knowledge. And he seems to be doing stuff at all hours. He flies all over the world. How does this man, this mystery man, support himself? And I can only guess, because I am not privy to such information, that Carl is the director of MI6. That's what I'm sticking with. Um, it just sounds right. He flies all over the world. He doesn't seem to, drug mule. Bean Flicker says that's possible. Possible that he's a mule, or drug runner, or whatever you want to call it. But there is definitely, he's a man of mystery. He's an international man of mystery, you might say. Aside from being the tallest man in the world, uh, I don't know how many mans there are. We don't call them men when they're mans, if you know what I mean. I don't think I know what I mean. What was I thinking about? What was I thinking about when I started to do this? We'll never know. Venus Flytrap fans asked South Carolina to honor the plant, Venus Flytrap, a meat-eating flower, which is a weird friggin' thing, but also a kind of scary thing. Those kind of ideas used to freak me out when I was a kid, that there could be meat-eating plants. For Venus Flytrap to be South Carolina's official coronavirus plant. Wait, did I read that right? Oh no, I did read that wrong. Carnivorous, coronavirus, carnivorous. Hey, hey Siri, what's the difference between coronavirus and carnivorous?
Okay, I found this on the web for what's the between current coronavirus and carnivorous.
See, all
Check
you
it out.
do is give me web links. Alexa would be better. She would be giving me the answers. You give me web links. Do you drink tea? Hey, Alexa. Hey Siri, do you drink tea?
I don't have an answer for that. Is
You,
there something else I can help with?
Power on.
you sound like.
Bluetooth mode.
Wait, come on. Is that better? Do I hear you?
Connected.
Try again.
All right. Do you drink tea?
I'm not sure I understand.
Well, you have an English accent. I think most English people drink tea. Are you even English? She turned off. He turned off on me. See, Alexa would not do that. Alexa would not just let me down, especially in the middle of a show like this where I don't have a guest. Hey Siri, you make a really bad guest.
I don't have an answer for that. Is there something else I can help with?
How long have you been doing comedy?
I'm not sure I understand.
Heard any good jokes lately? Hey Siri, tell me a joke.
What does a man with 2 left feet wear?
Oh man, I thought you were asking me.
No, I'm asking Siri. Did you get that one? What does a man with 2 left feet wear?
I don't know what.
Flip flops. Hey Siri. Hey Siri. Hey Siri. Tell me a joke.
Please don't talk about the mistakes of the past. It makes the past sense.
Another one. Did you get that one, Will?
3 people
No, I didn't hear it. I can't hear what you're saying.
One day, they find a magic lamp with a genie inside who will grant them each one wish. The first person wishes to return home. The second wish is the same. The third says, I'm lonely. I wish my friends were back here.
What a douche.
I thought English people had a better sense of humor than that. I think maybe I will try to get, maybe I'll try to get one of these Japanese robots to have a conversation with. Well, when I don't have a guest, to have a robot guest on. What do you think?
I think you should get one of those like sex robots that'll be your girlfriend.
No.
Because they have those with AI too.
Yeah.
And then we'd have more of a reason to talk to Zach Wiseman because we'd have to when she has problems.
I haven't talked to Zach Wiseman since he dissed me on Facebook.
He dissed you?
Big time.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Right at when the year changed, right? Like the first week in January, Spotify puts out your accomplishments for the year. I shared my accomplishments. I just took a screenshot of them and shared them on Facebook. He goes, "Yeah, I make up a bunch of fake numbers too to impress people." Like, you know what? That's not what I'm doing. I'm trying to, thank people for supporting me for the year, and you got to make it seem because his numbers are not, and that's petty. I would never, especially, in publicly put somebody down like that. To me,
Right.
so I'm not like on the outs with Zach, but I haven't talked to him since then. I was pissed at it for a day or so, and that was it. But yeah, so I'm not going to be talking to him about sex robots anytime soon. That's the bottom line.
Okay. All right.
Are you back in New Mexico? Oh, no, right?
No. I'm going to be in the Midwest for a while. So I'm basically going to hub out of Sioux Falls, South Dakota for like the next 6 weeks or so. I'm going to be doing some music stuff, getting some tracks together finally when I'm in town. Oh, also, did you see the message I sent you
I
last
did. I was
night?
just going to ask you about that because you said music. Now, what are you talking about?
So the video for Lay Down Your Guns that you posted on YouTube, the one
On
that you
YouTube.
pieced together with all that B-roll or whatever,
Right.
that video is at 1,000 views. We finally got our first 1,000 views.
Wow. Okay. I think it's on like a lot of different channels on YouTube, though, not just mine. So it's probably way over that. And it's on a bunch of different radio networks. The video, like and music video sites. So it's definitely got. If it's got 1,000 on YouTube, probably got 10,000.
That's awesome. That's
Yeah.
freaking awesome. I'm so excited
Is it?
about that. Plus, I'm gonna be doing some music open mics while I'm here. And I need to dig into my emails to find it.
What,
And I mean, you said I
your
could,
backing track?
yeah.
Ooh.
Because I could use that at some of these music open mics and perform it live and do some video reels off of that and get some traction that way also.
I don't even know if I have it to resend you because I had that major crash way after that. Lay down your guns.
I mean, I'm sure I have it. I'm sure I have it.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I know it's in my files because you sent because there are two files back to back. I was looking at my files like last week, and it's two files back to back because one of them has the words and one of them doesn't.
Well, I have the raw tracks that I could remix it if I ever get if you don't have it, I could try to put it together and remix the backing tracks, and I have the final mix. That's what I have. But no, I don't have the one without the vocals. That sucks. I lost a lot of shit and the computers crash all the time. If I had real artificial intelligence that could go back and find this stuff for me, that would be good.
Yeah, because that's true. So like if I had right, if I play whatever I have, it definitely won't have your backup vocals on it. I know that.
Ah.
Because I don't think that was in the like demo stuff you sent me.
Yeah. But now what I wanted to ask you about yesterday when you got cut off, you were talking to a woman who sounded like your wife nagging at you.
Yeah, no, that was actually Preston's mom.
Oh.
Yeah. I threw that in the chat, but I don't know if you saw it.
No.
Yeah, no. I stopped in Watertown, South Dakota on my way back to do a little bit of side work to make some extra cash. And it was from Preston's mom. And so and
What was she yelling at you about?
She runs an Airbnb there in Watertown. So I just stayed in one of the rooms there.
And yesterday, now this is because it confused me because Danica added me as a friend on Facebook yesterday.
Oh, without the A in her name, because
I didn't look at that.
Yeah, she got hacked, so she had to start a new account. She got hacked and she got locked out of her Facebook. I mean, and then like they got her phone number and like her actual phone number and started texting her a whole bunch and basically trying to extort her to get her account back. And so she just started a new Facebook.
Wow, that's the first time I've heard about anything like that. I get text messages all the time from people who got my number from either social media or something, and text messages, but it's just basically bitches trying to get me to join their OnlyFans or something.
Yeah. I used to get a lot of messages on Messenger from like these fake chicks or whatever. I don't know if we've ever talked about this. I've talked about this in my stand-up before. Fucking like you get these girls, fake girls that would start messaging you and want to like start videoing or whatever. And like I'm gonna do that all day. I'm gonna do that. You know what I mean?
And, what do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean?
Like wanting to like so like a random chick out of nowhere seemingly will contact you on Messenger,
right?
And you'll start to conversate a little bit, and then they'll be like, "Do you want a video chat?" And it's a video chat, bro. Okay, and like it's so you'll be into it. You're both doing whatever you're doing, and then all of a sudden, I'm looking at me. Whoa! Why am I looking at me right now? Well, that's because you're talking to a scammer or a hacker or whatever. And then they start like flipping all these pictures of people on your friends list from your profile. And they'll be like, unless you send us X amount of money, like we're going to send this video to all of these people.
Oh, that
and
so cool.
I would just respond back like, none of these people are going to be surprised this happened. Like this isn't going to fucking shock anybody. But then like it happened a few more times. And I started to get wise to how I could tell it was like a scammer or a bot. Because they always talk in some sort of like they text in a funny way that's just not natural to us Americans. Like nobody that I chat with would say something in that way. And like they always like, and you can lead them down that path. So then when I started doing is when we would go into that chat or into that video chat or whatever, I would start taking screenshots. And then when they put my face up there and tried to extort me, I would just send them a bunch of the screenshots back of them naked, which isn't them. It's some random girl, I'm sure.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Probably, some drugged out fucking uh, trafficked human is probably what those girls are. But I would send pictures back and I'd say, here, yeah, let me just sell these and I'll send that right to you. You know what I mean?
Hey Siri, can you find me William Conway getting naked in a video chat from on the web anywhere?
Oh my God, that'd be hilarious.
Okay, I found this on the web for William Conway getting naked in a video chat. Check it out.
I'm just gonna warn everybody right now. If you search this and you find it,
He just found it. He just said he found it.
Did he really? That's
yeah.
great.
Hey,
I'm
Siri?
going to warn people up front. I'm an aggressive masturbator. Okay.
Find me.
What kind of businesses are you looking for?
Oh, shut up! I'm not looking for a business. Hey Siri. Hey Siri.
I'm not sure I understand.
Because you're a fucking dopey Englishman. Hey Siri.
Oh my God!
Can you find? Can you find me naked? You're interrupting me. You. Hey Siri.
I'll mute myself.
Can you find me naked videos of William Conway in a video chat?
You'll need to unlock your iPhone first.
Face ID. It doesn't trust that it's me.
I'll need to access your YouTube data to
No, you don't.
Okay, let me know if there's anything else you need.
I want you to find naked videos of William Conway from a video chat. Hey Siri. Find naked videos of William Conway from a video chat.
You'll need to unlock your iPhone first.
I'm not doing that.
Dude.
Okay,
I didn't know that this was such a sought after thing. I mean, my wife and I have made a video. We just haven't posted it.
He answered it the first time. He said, "Okay, I found videos of William Conway," but the links all said Kellyanne Conway, which is Trump.
Oh yeah. She's why I can't have ConwayComedy.com. Did I ever tell you that?
No, she's got a comedy site.
Yeah, because apparently when she was in college, she did some comedy open mics, and she fucking bought that domain. Like the domain ConwayComedy.com is owned by Kellyanne Conway. And I'll be fucking over my dead body. Am I giving that bitch money for that fucking website?
Yeah, you don't get any more phony than her because
like fucking yeah.
And I'm not going to get into the whole politics of it, but she was completely anti-Trump until Trump offered her money, and then she was totally pro-Trump. So you know,
on that dick immediately.
Yeah, right. Oh, you got to. Now, I want to get into.
Oh wait, me? Oh, okay. Just
a little bit of it, political stuff here, and this is not about any politician. A guy named Stu Peters, who's on Newsmax, I believe. He might be on Fox. I don't know where the hell he is. He's one of these right-wing commenters. He said yesterday, he tweeted this: "It just dawned on me that Elton John's Tiny Dancer is most likely a song about a man dancing with a small boy. Either that or it's a music box love machine he sits on. Because Elton is gay. This is what this is his fear, that the song Tiny Dancer is most likely a song about a man dancing with a tiny boy. He makes it about a pedophile. Now, in fact, the song Tiny Dancer, the lyrics, and all Elton John's lyrics, Elton John didn't write lyrics. His lyrics were written by Bernie Taupin, who's a straight guy. And the song is about his wife, who was a ballerina. who was also seamstress for the band. She sewed all the band's clothes, So it's just the paranoia of this is how far
Yeah,
the
yeah,
homophobia has gone. Oh, they're analyzing Elton John. Oh, that's probably about a guy fucking or dancing with a little boy. No,
yeah. It's just stupid. That's really stupid.
yeah, but and
You know what always confused me about homophobic dudes? It's always been it's always in my experience, it's always the most homophobic guys that run around saying, if I could suck my own dick, I'd never leave the house. I mean, okay, there's still a dick in your mouth. Like, I'm
yeah,
just saying.
yeah, whatever. I mean, but the amount of fear of people having sex is just so you're not gonna
Well, and
have
what's it got to do with it? Like, if that's not your thing, I totally get it. But why do you really care? You know what I mean? Like,
exactly.
why does it ruffle your feathers in such a passionate way that you have to be a douchebag?
Ian says throw Siri out the window. That would be a good thing. Like just like asking enough, make one of those viral videos where that one where the guy just breaks his laptops into pieces and stuff.
Yeah.
Just get into a fight with Siri and then finally throw her. I have to
Oh my
admit,
God. Kelly actually changed her name to Bean. I didn't realize that was. Oh
no,
man.
that's her real name. That's her birth name. That's the name that's on her birth
Right.
certificate. Kelly Bean.
I don't know, Kelly. I'll talk to my wife to see what she says.
Maybe
You are a big fan.
what are you asking your wife about?
Well, this year, I'm pretty sure. Oh, what? He's mad
I'm
at
mad
his
at my
girlfriend.
girlfriend. It's probably my fault for not being mysterious enough. That is definitely true. I mean, what? A woman told me I was absolutely right about something yesterday. So there is hope for all of us. A woman told me I was right about something. First time ever. First
You
time ever.
know, this thing here, this bean flicker bloodline, that sounds like a family that masturbates together. That's a little awkward.
That is really. Let me see. The Hey Siri, can you trace the bean flicker bloodline?
I found this on the web, so can you trace the beam flicker bloodline?
So take me to the bean flicker bloodline website then.
Jesus Christ!
What happened?
Oh
You
my God!
you went to sleep. Hey Siri.
Oh my
Oh.
God, bro! This is actually one of the best shows you've
Take
done
me
in a
to the
long
Bean
time. I just
Flicker
want to say.
Bloodline website.
Okay.
Laughed so hard today.
Take you to the Bing Flicker Bloodline website. Check it out.
All right. Hey, it's Kelly. Whoa. We can. Whoa. Hold on a second. All right, we're gonna play a spot right now. No, there's no bean flicking going on here.
Oh, hey, I was gonna say because you were talking about stuff that you'd forgotten or whatever. Are you? Is there a reason you haven't been doing those Dante clips?
I forget.
Oh, okay. We can
I
do. We
need
can
I
do
need a
that.
daily or a weekly reminder on Sunday night to go get one and put it in the queue.
So if you want, bro, I'll totally fill that kind of role. If you tell me to do stuff like that, I will do stuff like
Do
that,
that.
bro.
Pick one out for, and you know what? I could put one on for tomorrow morning or Thursday morning, and because Carl's going to be the guest, we're going to be talking. Carl's going to be like a real guest, not like a guest host or anything.
Oh, great, great,
We're going to talk about Carl's plans for his comedy career on
cool.
Thursday. But if you want to find one for this week, but definitely, this is a problem. I forget. I make plans to do this stuff, and then I forget all about it.
Right.
This is what.
Yeah, because I mean, I think it would be beneficial to a lot of the listeners because I know you got a lot of comics that listen. So,
Yeah,
or at least I
apparently
imagine
so.
so.
I mean, a bunch of them yesterday. Was getting lots of emails all day long about the, when you get Erica's got a pretty big name in comedy. Listen, she said she has 100,000 Twitter followers. Stanhope, I don't think has that many. Let me see, Stanhope. how many he has. But it's pretty impressive. 100,000 on Twitter is a lot of people, I think. Doug Stanhope. Following. Oh no, he's
I
got
was
three.
chided yesterday for not being on TikTok or Snapchat.
He has almost 400,000. Oh well, TikTok. Yeah, TikTok is happening, but you got to know, not for everybody. You know, a lot of people, not for me especially, but if you got the right kind of, Jackie is killing it on TikTok.
Is
I
he?
was, yeah, I was thinking, uh, Monty Walker, Chris Monty and Rich Walker, was doing some videos for them. It was short joke format stuff, and they were trying to get it on TikTok, and I was like, at the time, I was paranoid about TikTok. Everybody was telling me, it's a Chinese spy app. You put it on your phone, and they're going to get in your bank account and all that stuff. So I didn't want to deal with it. But it's the same kind of content that Jackie is doing, and Jackie is killing with it. He has some that have like 15 million views on. Yes,
Wow, that's awesome.
yeah.
That's so
I
awesome.
don't think he's
I'm
figured
so
out
glad that's happening for him too, man.
why what do you think he's been struggling all these years?
No, well, no, I don't think he's been struggling, but like, I don't know. The last time I talked to him, he kind of he was down on himself a little bit. You know what I
Really?
mean? Well, okay,
Let's
so
call him.
you want to call him?
No, I don't
You
want to
know,
call
I
him.
was thinking about because I know we talked about having him in New Mexico and stuff like that, but I don't know what his current schedule is. I bet you we could probably get him a pretty nice place here in Sioux Falls too. But
He
again, Sioux Falls isn't huge.
he's playing a mafia place in 2 weeks,
That's
and
great.
and Peter Bells. And I was just like, where do you guys? You don't find two whiter people. Listen, Jackie, he's a Long Island guy, but he's an English Anglo blue blood Long Island guy. Where he came from, the Roosevelt family is from Oyster Bay. Is money
His
and
stock is different, is what you're saying.
very white people, and definitely not Italian at all. and Peter Bales is playing this thing with him. You couldn't find two whiter guys, and two more Anglo Saxon blue bloods in America than those two guys, and they're playing a mafia joint, the Italian American League up in Oyster Bay in 2 weeks. And I'm like, there's not one. You gotta get this approved. You gotta call me. Gotta call some, paisan to work this out for you. You can't just go in
Can't
there.
just walk in there. Yo, listen, the first time I did Crack 'em Up Thursdays at the Comedy Store, which is like back in 2004, I want to say it was. That's a black comedy night. So when you're a white dude walking in there, they look at you funny, and especially when they're like, where are you from? And you're like, Iowa, and they're just like, oh, okay, like we know how this shit's gonna go. I tell you what, dude, I was never more proud to have people stand and fucking clap in the middle of my set, not even at the end, but in the middle of my set, because I remember I went up and I snatched that microphone out of the stand. And I was like, I just want to talk about something real quick. I had a hard time getting in here because the dude at the door said I need a ghetto pass to get up in here tonight. Let me tell you something about me, okay? I only have one testicle, and I still got 7 motherfucking kids. That's a motherfucking gangster. Ghetto pass approved.
Wow.
And so my opening fucking joke, there's like 4 motherfuckers in that crowd that stood up and were just fucking clapping like loud and big as fuck. And I was like, yeah, tell me I can't be here. You know what I mean? Like, and no way.
Good for you. Now, where
Yeah.
was that? That was in
That was at the Belly Room. So Crack 'em Up Thursdays was in the Belly Room of the Comedy Store on Sunset. Like that was my favorite room to play in LA. Like Canoga Park Bowl.
Yeah.
What?
I was thinking about you the other night, and I'm thinking you really, if you're going to either coast, I know you've done it already, but the West Coast is the place for you. I think that it's hard enough to get into this whole world of comedic acting. But I think because we were talking yesterday about Erica and the whole sitcom thing, and she said sitcoms are dead, and I agree that they are dying, but there
I
are
mean,
still
for them,
some
yeah. I mean, and they're certainly not as popular like they used to be. Like they
because
used to be
network
competitive among
television,
each other, and there's really none of that anymore.
right? But my friend Bill Fickner, who's been on this program, who was on the show Mom, I don't know if he's still when he
Oh, I
was on,
love Mom though. Mom was great. That
yeah,
was wonderful
that,
writing. Strong
yeah.
women on that show.
Chuck Lorre, yeah, all the Chuck Lorre stuff, and he said to me because he was doing Mom when he was on the show, he said, he would never think of himself doing a sitcom. He was a movie guy, Longest Yard, Crash, all those movies that he's in, and he did once a Prison Break or something. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But he said Chuck Lorre was the reason, and that show killed, and
Right.
so there's
Dude,
still room for one or
any
two.
Chuck Lorre project, I think, and you would be a fool to not get involved in any Chuck Lorre project because like that dude has got so much like like to me in my mind like almost everything that guy touches is gold.
Yeah.
You know what
Now,
I mean?
how does that happen? There's a point in the movie or the show The Offer on Paramount, which is about the making of The Godfather. But it's what's his name? Robert. I can't think of his name now. Robert Evans, the producer, the guy who ran Paramount, and one of his guys, one of the underlings at the studio who was trying to take over The Godfather, said, "How do you do it? What's the secret to everything? Everything you do turning out right." And Robert Evans just looked at, "Oh, Bobby, come on." Like you're born with it. But how do you get that quality of everything you touch
Right.
to go? Like
Yeah. I mean, because it's I mean, it's not a small number either. You know what I
no,
mean? Like the
yeah,
dude's been active and he's had hit show after hit show. Like it's crazy.
yeah. But no, so in terms of you, I was thinking, now people are gonna ridicule me for saying this, but I was thinking in terms of how I would put that sitcom together with Erica, I would make you her platonic comedian friend on that show.
Sure.
One of her, one of
Like
her.
her George Costanza.
No, because you're also a comedian. So basically, somebody who knows the business, kind of from that perspective, like a friend
Right.
in the business. But I do think there's an avenue because you have that Midwest familiarity that people you're not going to piss people off for in America. You seem like you'd fit in just about anywhere, and that's a sitcom
I'm
thing.
very chameleon. That's true.
Yeah, so we get, and there are people. Listen, I see it all the time. People go out to Hollywood with big dreams. Some of them they get cast and stuff with no experience whatsoever, and then they have a career. And
Right.
I know a lot of people who've done that, and people
And I
who
mean, I
do.
wouldn't even say I have no experience either, because I mean, it's been a while ago, but I've done improv dinner theater, and I did a couple independent movies when I first started
So
doing
what the
comedy
fuck are you
again.
doing in Sioux Falls? Get out to L.A.
Uh, yeah, well, LA is super expensive. I spent about a year out there once before, and the last 3 months I lived in my van.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that. But
the,
you go sleep in David Ohlfelder's studio apartment in L.A. that he's moving into. He said it's really cheaper than where he's living now and wherever the hell.
I mean, listen, I would sleep in a lot of so people understand this. People, I'm not really one that cares about comforts. You know what I mean? Like for my dreams to happen, I would go through just about anything. You know what I mean? Because I care about them that much. Because I know why I want them, and I know what I want to do when I get to certain places, and that's the vision I have for my life. And for me, I'll do anything, you know, within reason. You know what I'm saying? But
You won't
like
flick your
as far
bean
as
on.
like staying in messed up places or whatever, like I don't care. You know, like
No, that's the least of it. Staying in messed up places, man. I've stayed in some
yeah,
really
like
incredible.
that's nothing. Yeah, I mean, listen, I ate granola bars and honey on the bus for 2 days coming here because like that's what I had for, I didn't really have money for food, but I knew I needed sustenance. So I went to the dollar store and I got a box of granola bars and I took some honey packets and I knew I'd live for 2 days on that. You know what I mean?
Hey Siri,
Like I know how to minimize.
what's the best food for a comedian on the road who has no money?
Okay, I found this on the web for what's the best food for comedian on the road who has no money. Check it out.
All you do is send me web links. You think I can't fucking use Google on my own?
You tell me nothing.
Alexa would not leave me hanging like that. Alexa would at least say, well, here's what I
So
think.
why are you with Siri and not Alexa? It sounds like you're in the wrong relationship.
I think we have to break. Well, Alexa's not a phone, right? She doesn't come on phones. Does she? Do you have? You got a Android phone?
I do have an Android phone, but I don't.
Alexa, say
Um,
it. Hey Alexa, and see if something happens.
I mean, I've never downloaded anything. Hey Alexa, I have my Do Not Disturb on. I don't know if that'll affect it
Oh, yeah, maybe. No, I don't know if it
because
comes on Android phones, but it comes. Siri comes on the iOS phones, and I'm not switching to Android phone. That's definitely not it. And I think Alexa, you got to get that tower thing. I
I
don't know.
just ask Google everything. I ask Google.
I think I should just get one of those Japanese robots that robot, a full robot, because that's really coming back to where I know I got stupid and silly and like I always do, but AI right now is really just robotics. That's all it is. It's open programmed robotics, and I don't fear it like a lot of people do. Kelly says there's an Alexa app. Can I get an Alexa app for iOS? Do you think, Kelly? I mean, Miss Bean Flicker. I mean, Bean Flicker, Ms. Bean Flicker. I changed my profile on Twitter, by the way, to Groucho
I just
Ventura.
want to say, because of this show, I probably randomly think of Kelly, the prospect of Kelly flicking her beam far too often. Like I don't know, it literally in the middle of a random day will just pop in my mind about. I wonder if Kelly's flicking her beam right now.
Wow. Well,
I don't know why.
check out the pic that Christina posted today on Facebook, and you will be flicking your own bean pretty quickly. Uh, but she does. She's oblivious to.
I'd have been on the show faster this morning. But whenever I pull up my Chrome internet, it always goes to the last page I was on, and that video is distracting.
Oh, you were there again, eh? Minddog naked.com. See,
Is there a website?
is minddog.naked.com. No,
There is. My nipple does make an appearance on one of my memes. There's a meme that I made because I've made a few memes also, and there was a meme that I made with Zach Dresch, comedian Zach Dresch, and it was before we were having one of our dope shows, and it was like, how do you make Zach Dresch smile for a photo? And I was like on this couch, like doing the George Costanza look without a shirt on, and they totally caught the person that was taking the pictures of Zach totally caught me like on the edge, and like my nipple was like full view, like, and I got big nipples, bro.
you're a guy.
It was ridiculously
You're
funny.
a guy. Nobody cares about guy nipples. Guy nipples are the most unfunctional thing.
No. That is so not true.
What
That
do you
is
mean?
so not true.
What do you mean? How are they functional?
Women
Can you get milk
go
out of it?
bananas when I shouldn't say go bananas, but women, I don't know why, for some reason, super appreciate a guy with like actual nipples. But
No,
maybe I just,
functioning. Function.
I'm
What is
not
that?
saying functioning. I'm saying like,
I said functioning. I
right.
said it's the most unfunctional body part that, or something like that. I said.
I mean, there's a lot of sensuality that can be had through your nipple. I know that. That's a function.
Hey Siri, can I get an Alexa app for the iPhone?
Okay, searching for Alexa on the App Store.
Okay, I'm searching for Alexa on the App Store. What is it, fucking Michael Caine?
Do you think? Do you think that Siri is crying a little bit on the inside right now since you
She is.
asked her
She's
that?
like, he's fucking leaving me.
He fucking wants somebody else.
Yep.
He doesn't want me anymore.
I downloaded Alexa. Now, maybe I'm going to regret this, right?
Maybe what?
Maybe I'm going to regret this.
Don't we always?
A double.
It's always, listen, when you break up with a girl, it's always good to have a period of alone time so that you can fix what's wrong with you
It's not
before
letting me
you get
get
into
it.
the next relationship.
It's not letting me get it. I do what I'm supposed to do. I press the button. It's not letting me get it. So Amazon Alexa and Amazon Alexa, there's two of them. Let's see here. Now double click to install. And oh, now they're both installing. That's weird. Anyway, I'm not sure this is a good idea because this thing's going to spy on me now, right? It's going to send information about me and and it's going to listen to me.
Your
when I
phone
don't.
is always listening to you anyway.
Is it always listening? Hey Siri?
If it okay, so if my
Wait.
phone's not, if my phone isn't always listening to
How
me,
can I
why
help?
does it know to pop
Are
up
you
with
always
Google
listening
whenever I
to
say
me?
okay Google?
I respect your privacy and only listen when you're talking to me. You can learn about Apple's approach to privacy at apple.com.
Privacy? It's called privacy, you English fuck. Hey Siri? I'm sorry I called you an English fuck.
No, you're not.
It's okay, Matthew.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, yeah.
Only my mother calls me Matthew, you English fuck. And my mother's dead. And that's
Now,
why.
well, like, so I've seen videos where people say that their Alexa or whatever has like adjusted to the way they talk, and like talks, but I don't know if those videos are like edited and not really authentic or whatever, because I think that would be cool.
I'm
I think
removing Alexa already. She started asking me for all this kind of information. No, she's not. She's already trying to run my life.
well,
I'm not interested. I'll try. I'll experiment. I think I'll just get the tower for Alexa. I don't know. I just want to try talking to one of these AI bots and see how far we can take the conversation that doesn't include pre-programmed responses and stuff. I think
right.
Siri's very weak on the AI front. I think Alexa might be better. I don't know. I have friends who have Alexa and they seem to have conversations with it.
I would like to ask philosophical questions to
Yeah.
an AI.
Yeah. They can't do it.
Like, especially about alternate realities and stuff like that, because watch the computers know some shit we don't fucking know.
Oh, don't get me started on that.
You know what I mean? Dude. Like, I was watching this video the other day, and like stuff like this, like I can't invest into or whatever, because even if I just sit down and start to think about it, my mind will fucking melt, bro. Because like I was listening to this video where they're talking about how there's all these different realities happening simultaneously. There's like an endless amount of Earths that we're on, and what. So I'm like, I literally found myself looking outside yesterday because I was waiting on a ride, and I was looking at the snow, and I thought to myself, so Like, is this the amount of snow that's on the ground in every single reality of this earth? And I'm just like, dude, see, I can't start thinking about that shit, about how there's
the
like
answer,
multiple yous doing absolutely everything that you want to do. Like that we're only like the only thing that constrains us to actual space and time is right here. That's basically what they're saying. Is
yeah,
that consciousness is the only thing constraining us to a right now here space and time.
okay.
And like,
Well,
holy fuck,
let me
bro.
get
Like,
first of all, and it's almost time to go, but I gotta talk about this. Um, the answer to your question to people who subscribe to the multi universes uh, is no. There in some universes there's no snow at all, and some of the
right, that's what I would
reality,
think. Yeah.
yeah. But all of this comes back, and I've been listening to some very heavy lifters in the world of physics about this. All of this comes back to quantum physics, quantum mechanics,
Right.
and there's one guy. He's the big guy. He's like the Einstein or Newton of his time. That people are afraid to challenge him, but when they do challenge him, the facts are, according to every school of physics, that his equations break down. The guy's name is Ed Witten. He's the father of modern day quantum physics, and he's the guy behind all this talk about multiple universes, energy, consciousness. All he's the guy who spawns this whole stuff about we're all connected, we're all energy, and all his equations break down, and they don't. It's a given now that string theory, M theory fall apart mathematically. So they're very incomplete. Nobody has the balls, well, very
Right.
few people have the balls to challenge him on this.
Right. Well,
So
and I
all
mean,
that
there's
talk
such an
about,
unfathomable. It's such like to consider that. I mean, that I don't know. Like that's super hard for me to wrap my head around. That's super hard for me to buy into because it's because our realities would shift all the time if that were true. You know what I mean? Like we would
no,
have cognitive dissonance like a motherfucker because
no,
nothing would ever seem as it was in because they're saying that like based on your vibration depends on what reality you're in or whatever.
yeah,
And I'm just like, listen, bro, like this is it's a stretch too far, I think, for
well,
sure. And
yeah,
that's probably why the math always fucking breaks down.
well,
Because like it's it might sound neat, but it's not really a feasible, reasonable scenario, in
uh,
my opinion.
the idea that people get paid just to think about these things, and I
But
like what Sam Harris said. It's like there's a strong possibility, an almost certain possibility, that we're just too dumb to understand the true nature of the universe, and
word,
just spending all your time thinking about that stuff, and universities paying people big money just to investigate something that
yeah, yeah,
most of us would agree. It's like, even if we figure it all out, what do you do with it?
yeah. What
Yeah,
do you? Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
How
for
do you
sure.
use it for any application? But then the likelihood that it's beyond your like what chimp. Here's what Sam Harris says, and it fucking hit me right in the heart. He said, DNA wise, we are that close to chimps. We are extremely close to chimps. And what do chimps understand about reality? And so
Right,
we're really
right, right. Yeah, no, I mean I agree with that. I totally agree with that.
yeah.
But
So
and I mean I think that there's a lot we don't know about ourselves.
oh yeah.
You know what I mean? So like how the fuck do we think we're gonna actually wrap our heads around the goddamn universe and fucking different reality whatever, bro.
Yeah,
Like
exactly. I want to, when in my 15-minute stand up, that I'm going to start talking about some conspiracy stuff. I think I'm going to open with conspiracy stuff. I'm working on. a 15-minute piece. Anyway,
Yeah.
probably this summer I will get out and do it. I've been challenged. I want it to be good. I don't want to go up there and suck, even if I only do it a couple of times. I want it to be good. I don't want to come off like, oh, he's just doing this like a thing. Like, oh, isn't that
Right.
cute? He tried stand up. No, I want to go out and fucking kill once or twice.
Yeah, no, it'd be good. But I'm gonna tell you something, bro. Like it's a little bit, even though you're a musician and you performed, God knows how many times, right? I'm listen, bro. Comedy is a different beast.
I know.
When you're up there and you're telling your jokes and the crowd digs you. Listen, bro. I've done every fucking drug that was ever offered to me. There's nothing fucking feels like that.
I've done comedy clubs and I've done comedy, stand-up comedy mixed with magic and that kind of stuff. And I bombed terribly. There was a period, like 2-year period, where I was doing that full time, going around doing these shows and getting hired by different groups to go, not just comedy clubs, but going and doing things at like catering halls for Knights of Columbus or whatever they'd hire me for.
Sure.
And there were times I just totally fucking bombed and couldn't wait to get off stage, and people were looking at me like, "Who hired this guy?" No, I'm prepared for that. I'm prepared for all of it. But I want it to be good. If I'm gonna do it, I want it to be really good because I'm not gonna put all the effort in just to go up and be goofy and stupid.
Right.
And,
All I'm saying is don't be surprised if you get bit by a bug. Like you go up there and kill, and that bug's gonna bite you pretty hard, dog.
I'm too old for it. I'm too old.
No, you're not. Listen, bro. I lost in 2002. I lost a comedy competition to like an 82-year-old grandma that went up there and told masturbation jokes and fucking stole the night.
Oh, yeah. No, if I were a grandma telling masturbation jokes, I think I could definitely that would.
Yeah. And I mean, you know what? I wasn't even mad that night. When that old lady won that night, I was so happy for her. Her and her whole fucking crew of people were ecstatic, and it was beautiful.
Maybe I could do like a Mrs. Doubtfire thing and go in.
Dude, it was great. It was so great.
If I did like a Mrs. Doubtfire thing and went up as I don't know.
Oh man,
I'd have to come
I
up.
feel like that's trouble all day with all this drag show fiasco stuff. Man, dude, people are maliciously and viciously attacking dudes that are getting in dresses right now. Like people that are like hard right-wing motherfuckers. If they see a male celebrity in a dress right now, they are fucking putting them on the cross immediately. Like fucking asshats, by the way. I just want to mention that.
Bean Flicker says a girl talking about flicking bean will always win. Most of the time, I think I have to agree.
I mean, yeah, because
even a broken bean flicker is right twice a day. But
dude, I really have to like. I'm a very visual thinker, so all I'm thinking about right now is a girl masturbating. Fuck, man, and it really makes it hard to think because I don't know if you know this. God did not give men enough blood in their bodies to run their penises and their brains at the same time.
I have heard such things. I just we do have to go, but I wanted to talk about this because it's stunning to me. I have friends who are big time Trump fans, and they are big time Fox News addicts. They watch Fox News from the time they get up till the time they go to bed at night. Even they take it to work with them. And
that's depressing.
But listen, two of these guys that I know who and there are more like them. One guy who looks like me, but I've talked about him, Richie Albano, who is 6'9" version of me. He looks like me.
Jesus.
He goes to drag queen shows. He goes to Miss Labor Day. He dresses up. He is a drag queen guy. He does it. He looks like me, but bigger, much bigger. And he's a drag. He says it's not, oh, it's just innocent fun and just does it for whatever. I'm okay. I'm not judging him on it. But another one is Mikey, the singer in my band, who we've played with drag queens. We've supported drag queens, and he's ended up kissing them and all this stuff. I'm just wondering how they are now processing Fox News bashing drag queens when they love drag queens. This is a big part of their life. This is their big entertainment stuff. And now they're hearing, seeing Tucker and Hannity, their two biggest heroes, telling them they can't have that anymore. I just want to be a fly on the wall when they come home at night. Like, how are they reacting to Fox News now?
I mean, hopefully it gets them to like listen. Like,
I don't think
no
it's
matter
changing
what
their mind.
your no matter what your views are, it is very, very I think it's ill-advised to get all of your news from one source. I think it's a super bad thing that anybody does on the right or the left, whatever. Or if you're fucking libertarian and you're fucking, fucking like, because believe me, like the whole scope, people, if we don't zoom out and look at the bigger picture and try and view things in like from different angles, we're not giving ourselves a chance at real rational thought. Because you just can't. When your influence is so one-sided, there's no way that you can honestly say that you make rational decisions. You're not interested in what's rational because you're not interested in what all the sides of the story are.
Right.
You know what I mean? So hopefully it'll show them maybe I need to start looking some other places for
that I'm going to say that's the optimistic outlook on it, but they're not going to change their minds. They're not going to be changed by this. I know what's going to happen. I can predict the outcome here. It's anger and confusion and self-doubt. Like,
sure.
Because Richie has been doing the drag stuff now for 45 years. But he's also been a hardcore advocate of and devotee of Fox News since they've been on, since the late 90s, whatever they came on. So he's going to have this inner conflict. My guys are telling me what I love makes me a bad guy. And how do I process that? And he's not going to switch teams. He's not going to open his mind about anything. All he's going to do is send them into this anger, angry at them for saying I can't have my toys anymore. Because I love playing with drag queens.
I mean, why would you let some dude on fucking television tell you can't do something that brings joy to your life? That's the dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard.
Right. Well, it's also interesting that so many and this is not true across the board, just in my little circle of this part of the world, so many of the hardcore right-wing Republicans are not Christian at all. My friends who support that, they are for the most part atheists or agnostics, don't care about, but the agenda that the party is pushing is this evangelical Christian thing. They deal with that, but when it comes down to the drag stuff, I think there's going to be some. I don't know what to do. I'm just wondering if Richie's going to go to Miss Fire Island this year. It's a Labor Day weekend every year. They have a big thing on Fire Island, Miss Fire Island, drag queens.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You know what? Oh my gosh. I have an idea. I might try and come to that. I bet you I have a way to come to that. Labor Day weekend?
Yeah, it's Labor Day weekend.
I could, because I have a fabulously gay friend. He's like, dude, the most beautiful man I've ever met in my life came to the Dope Show like a little over a year ago. It's a guy that came to New Mexico and took me on the hot air balloon and stuff. That fella, he would probably love to go to an event like that.
Well, it is open to the public. It is open, but the issue is you have to get there by boat because it's on Fire Island.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah, it's.
I mean, I've heard that you have to. Yeah.
Well, there's a bridge, but the bridge only lets you off like good 15, 20 miles away and you'd have to walk it. Mike
Oh,
Cibola
right.
knows about this stuff. You should definitely experience Mrs. Fire Island. Is it Mrs. Fire Island or Miss Fire Island? I thought it was Miss. Oh
Because
yeah,
I
Mike's got a
love
boat.
drag
Mike's
shows.
got a boat to bring you over. There you go. There's your boat ride.
Oh, sweet. Sweet. Yeah, I love drag shows. Dude, to me, drag shows are some of the best performances I've seen because they get into it, yo. They really, really do.
Well, and Mikey is another guy who just, Mikey, the singer of my band. He loves Tucker Carlson. He loves Tucker Carlson, and so, but when he sang, like last year, we backed up a drag queen, and Mikey was sing. They were doing Sonny and Cher, and he was Sonny, and drag queen was Cher, and he ends up with a big wet kiss. He forgot that he was with the drag queen with the guy, and we got it on video, and he was like, "Don't show that."
How mad was he? Was he super mad?
Yeah, he was pretty bad.
Did you put a cape on him?
Yeah. But so, I just wondered, is it going to continue to? It's got to be conflicting. Your heroes are telling you, the people who do the thinking for you are telling you what you do is bad.
I mean, what's funny to me is because I was homophobic for a long time, bro. I was super homophobic for a long time. Like, there were years in my life that you couldn't make a joke or a reference about me being gay in any kind of way. But when I think back about it, I think the reason I was that way, like 100%, is because I wasn't fucking sure. You know what I mean? Like, I was brought up to believe that it was wrong, and I knew that I had had some experiences that weren't normal, but I just didn't know. I didn't know, and it scared me. And so I was really fucking homophobic. And the more comfortable I became in knowing who I was and knowing what my preferences were, like like I'm still straight as an arrow, but none of that stuff bugs me because like, for me it came down to I don't like dick, period. And honestly, I blame my abuser for that, because waking up as a child with a dick in your mouth will really give you an aversion to dick.
That's a
You know what I
fucked up
mean?
way to put that.
Like, when you grow up with a pedophile father, you got to watch your ass all the time. You don't want dick around there. You know what I mean? Like, it's all that stuff. So, but the more comfortable I became, the more I realized I can say that a man is beautiful. I can say that a man is attractive. Doesn't mean I want to fuck him. You know what I mean? Like I had to learn those things. You know what I mean? And I learned them by being actually comfortable and knowing who I was and what I liked. And the more I knew about what I liked, the more secure I was. And so that homophobia went away.
We do have to go, but Craig is, and thank you, Craig, for all you did. Promoting the Erica stuff was over the top, and thank you a lot for that. The estate of Morton Downey Jr. should sue Fox for stealing his bit. Now, I'm betting that William and Kelly probably don't even know who Morton Downey Jr. was. Do you know who Morton Downey Jr. was?
The flip it, zip it guy or whatever.
I don't know. That doesn't ring a bell.
It's not.
Pablum puking liberals was his favorite expression. Yeah, pablum puking liberal. I don't know. I still
Okay, so he was a super tan dude that smoked all the time, right?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah. So he was on. He was actually a part of one of the WrestleManias. He was on Piper's Pit during one of the WrestleManias, and that's how I remember that dude. Roddy Piper hit him with a fire extinguisher.
Here's the thing about him. He was completely phony. Ted Kennedy was one of his best friends growing up. He played himself as a really right-wing, over-the-top right-wing bully type guy, and he was best friends with Ted Kennedy. At the time he was doing that. and like insulting. So he grew up on Martha's Vineyard. His father was an Irish tenor, Morton Downey, and friends with the Kennedy family. Grew up on that estate, was one of those rich elite liberals from Massachusetts, and the whole world knew him as this rabid right-wing guy because it was all an act.
Right.
So anyway, what is it? Thinking about Billy Mays, the same. He's thinking about Billy Mays, the same thing. Billy Mays, I don't know Billy Mays, so Craig knows everything, and we only know half the story. Craig is the man. Do you mean you can talk butt stuff and not be gay? I talk about Carl's butt all the time. I don't think I'm gay.
I think she didn't say talk butt stuff. She said like butt stuff. She said, "Do you mean you can like butt stuff and not be
Oh,
gay?"
butt. Oh no, I don't like butt stuff. I no, butt stuff is not for me. You can.
I mean, I like it.
Let's not talk about that, okay?
Yeah.
No.
Hey, how's that eating ass video doing? Wasn't that like your first reel?
Yeah, I probably not gotten one. Hey Siri, can you find me ass eating reels?
Bro, you don't want to look that up.
Social ass eating live.
Oh my god!
By Melissa Winters on Barstool. I eat ass like an aardvark eats pumpkin.
What the fuck?
I eat ass like an aardvark eats pumpkin. Hey Siri.
I don't even know what that means.
You know, I was just kidding about the ass eating stuff. I'm not into that. You know that,
right? Dude.
I don't want Siri thinking badly
I
of
love
me.
you so much, dog. I really do, man. You crack me up.
You don't mean that. You don't mean that in a gay way, do you?
No.
You don't want to. You don't want to do butt stuff with me.
No.
That's good, because I'm not into that. Anyway, I got to get to work. It's going to be a crazy week. Sam Talent for me Thursday night.
Hell yeah, enjoy that.
Yeah, so I'm really, but I fucked up, and I booked myself. I left myself with only late night tickets, so I'm going to be in Brooklyn until like 1:00 in the morning, and then I'll get to meet Sam, and if I, get high with him, I'm going to get home 3:00 in the morning, late Thursday night, and then have a Friday morning show, and then work for the studio on Friday, and then go to Erica's show. I'm going to be shot by the time. So, but
yeah, you're probably yeah, I'm sure you're gonna be tired.
I'm going to be tired. I'm already tired.
You should ask Sam how I can get an autograph on my Audible copy of Running from the Light. That's one thing. That's one thing that's a bummer now. That like because I pretty much I don't buy actual books anymore because I love to read. But I don't buy actual books anymore. All the books that I read now are on Audible is what I use. And like if you meet the author, you can't they can't sign your fucking Audible,
Yeah.
That kind of sucks.
Yeah. Well, oh, by the way, if you can remember this, and I'm going to ask everybody who's part of the program to do it, just let me play you. I played it before, but I want to get something like this.
Broadcasting from the rocky cliffs of Shoreham, New York, you're listening to Mind Dog Radio.
Yeah. If you want me to do some stuff like that, what format do you need that
stuff? Broadcasting from the rocky cliffs of Shoreham, New York, you're listening to Mind Dog Radio.
Just
broadcasting
that, you're listening to Mind Dog. All right, shut up. Just that you're listening to Mind Dog Radio or WDOG. That would be good.
Right, but you need it to be like an actual audio file, not like I can't just do a voice thing on Messenger or something.
You can just do a voice thing on Messenger. You can also go to Coffee with the Dog's website.
Right.
The Spotify web, look for me on Spotify. Go to my page on Anchor, Spotify for podcasters, and there's a message app that you can leave it directly in there. Through your phone. You click the thing and it goes directly, and you talk it in. You can just talk it into your phone, whatever.
Do you want it in like different voices? Dude, I have a great Dr. Claw.
Craig says send it where? You could send it to info@minddogtv.com or media1@optonline.net or through Messenger to my phone number, which is on Twitter, 631-496-6464. In my profile, it's listed there. Any way you can get it to me, it doesn't matter. Even through the website, there's forms on the website. You can just submit it through there, or the Spotify for podcasters site for Coffee with the Dog. Can leave it right there. So yeah, all that kind of stuff. I mean, that would be good. Right now, got a few of them up there. It kind of and the eclectic set of music. I mean, we're going from Frank Sinatra to Manic Street Preachers to Steely Dan to George Jones. I mean, everything on the planet to Black Sabbath. Weird mix of music, and then all of a sudden, Bill Hicks about. I listened to Bill Hicks last night. If you're in marketing, kill yourself. There's no joke here. Just kill yourself. And here I am, a marketing guy at the time that came out.
I did plug the I was on another podcast called the Dave Holly Hour. I recorded for it yesterday, and I plugged Coffee with the Dog and the new stuff that we're doing with the channel and stuff. Well, yeah, man. I mean, listen, I feel very much a part of the show. You've really made me feel like family here, and so to me, it's I want to let people know about the show.
Well, you appreciate it. I do think the radio thing is taking off a little bit. We're getting as many listeners on radio, on Live 365 and iHeartRadio, as the podcast downloads. But it will get better when the app comes out. And I had dreams about putting together a demo reel for terrestrial radio one more time, but it turns out I can't get through like a half hour without dropping an F-bomb. So unless they have a really reliable dump, 7-second delay and dump, my chances of getting back on terrestrial radio are zero. It's a shame, because that's where I want to. Not that I think it's going to be around that much longer. I think.
I mean, honestly, I think you're on a better platform here. Really.
Yeah, but
don't you think this is a much further reach?
Yeah, but it's not reaching people in their cars. I like the fact that, especially in metropolitan areas where people are driving and they're stuck in traffic, they can listen to you and kind of. And you can do that with the app. You can do that with Live 365. You can do that with iHeartRadio.
Yeah. So. I was going to say, I think you doubt how much people watch YouTube videos in their fucking car.
Well, that's the thing. I don't want to watch it.
A number of my friends get in their cars driving while watching YouTube.
Part of it is the bandwidth for watching a YouTube video as you're driving is not going to be reliable. And the other thing is, I don't want you watching fucking videos while you're driving. It's good to just take the audio version, which is why I did the radio thing in the first place. Yeah. I want to be safety conscious.
Well, that's good. Thanks for looking out
one last thing before we go. Hey, Siri.
Oh, God. Jesus.
How many people die listening to the Mind Dog TV show because of
what the fuck? Everyone. They die laughing.
I didn't quite catch that. Could you please say that again?
Yeah, how many people have I killed by doing my show?
Okay, I found this on the web, so yeah, how many people have I killed by doing my show? Check it out.
What the fuck?
Holy crap. Kill count, Mind Dog TV. Holy
shit. What?
I did not know I was truly killing people.
Oh my God, kill count. Do you know what that reminds me of? Do you remember the Hot Shot movies with Charlie Sheen?
Yeah.
And how they had he was dressed like Rambo, just going through the jungle, offing people, and it was more kills than Terminator, more kills than Rambo. Yeah, dude, that shit was funny.
We'll have to come back to that conversation because I'm curious about Charlie Sheen. What happened to him? Is he? I think
That's
he
so
got
crazy. I
HIV, right?
talked about him yesterday too. That's
Yeah,
weird.
he had HIV, but I think HIV is curable now, right? Or there's
I
enough
mean,
treatment.
yeah, it doesn't really go into full blown AIDS anymore. They can pretty much contain it from that and manage it pretty good. Yeah,
But
I mean, it's not HIV isn't cured. They can cure it, I believe, in children born with it. Like if a kid is born with it, they have cured that HIV. Um, but like if it was passed along through the mother or whatever, I'm pretty sure they can totally cure that. But I'm not 100% though. It's been a while since I paid attention to any of the HIV research. But
yeah, no,
uh,
I don't pay attention to it at all. But I'm just curious what happened to Charlie because I know he was on top of the world, big money maker, top star, and all this stuff. And then his career got. He was probably the biggest cancel culture guy, right?
yeah, but he fucking canceled himself, bro.
Right. No,
You know what I mean?
everybody
Like,
who truly gets canceled cancels themselves.
no,
So
I mean, I disagree with that. Like because I think that people, especially as of late, like people are talking how people fucking talk and have talked for fucking decades,
oh yeah, but
and
no, I
somebody's
said
fucking
truly,
nailing them to a
truly
wall,
canceled. Those people
huh?
are those. There's a difference between truly canceled and canceled. Charlie was one of the ones truly canceled,
Right,
but
right.
most of those people you're talking about, they're not truly canceled. They're
Yeah, they're
being
just experiencing a dip because yeah, they're
not even a
taking a
dip.
hit.
They're making more money now. They're just experiencing negative feedback, but their careers are taking off. They're making more. They're selling out arenas. They're getting Grammy awards. It's not. They're not
I mean,
truly canceled. The truly canceled people are few and far between. You got Charlie. You got Harvey
yeah,
Weinstein, of course.
yeah.
You had Bill Cosby, but somehow he escaped and he's going
Yeah,
back out
he's
on.
back out touring, dude. Listen, bro. I'm gonna tell you this right fucking now. If any of my fucking friends tell me that they fucking bought a Bill fucking Cosby ticket or they're going to see Bill Cosby, I'm probably going to jail.
Why?
Like, like,
Why?
because
I think me and
because
Carl are
like,
gonna go.
huh?
I think me and Carl are gonna go.
Are you really?
Well, I want to hear.
Okay, yeah. Please tell me you're at least gonna give him shit. I can see going in that regard. I
I
would
want to
only
hear.
go to give him shit.
I want to hear his side of the story, and I think he's going to tell
Oh
his
my
side of
god!
the story.
But like to me, okay. And again, I always want to preface this by saying what Bill Cosby did, like to women, period, is absolutely deplorable. And I'm in no way trying to minimize what he did to those women. But part of the thing that actually infuriates me about fucking Bill Cosby is you motherfucker. You went around playing the fucking morality police for fucking decades while you fucking were drugging and raping women. You're the biggest fucking piece of shit in the world, and I hope everything fucking bad that can happen to you happens. Fuck Bill Cosby with a big rubber dick.
I'm glad. Well, I like to see you angry every once in a while, but
Sorry, my bad. I
no,
apologize.
not. It's not. Uh, Here's my take on this because I was thinking about it again last night. Because I was rehashing some of the conversation I had with Erica yesterday, and I brought up Louis C.K. and then I started thinking about Cosby. You know, the time you can't judge people. This is going to sound like I'm defending him. You can't judge anybody from what based on the morals and ethics of the time period that they grew up in. Bill Cosby grew up in a time and came up in a time where drugging women for sex was completely acceptable. The song Baby It's Cold Outside is a laughable, funny take or humorous take on drugging a woman, slipping her a Mickey in a cocktail. What's in this drink? And she's giggling about it. That's post World War II. That's the era that they grew up in. It was slipping a Mickey was a common thing in that period. So for him growing up in that, when you talk about morality, there was nothing immoral about that in the minds of society and culture until long after he became an old man now. But in his youth, as weird as it seems and as wrong as it seems to us, and by nature should, it was an acceptable. It's like judging Thomas Jefferson for being a slave owner in a time when everybody owned slaves. It's like, or
Right.
Christopher Columbus for being the bastard that he was in 500 years later. Of course, in these times that seemed terrible. Oh, but in that time, it was normal. I'm sorry to say. I
I
grew up
mean,
in the 70s.
right.
And it was very and most of what I've heard about, and I did not follow it like most some people do, obsess over trials and stuff like that. But most of the testimony I heard is Bill Cosby saying, "Here, take this," and I can't tell you how many times I said that to girls in the 70s. Here, take this. And they were willing. Oh, what's that? Quaalude? Sure, I'll take the Quaaludes was a fucking Mickey. It was a Spanish fly. It was a sex drug. You were gonna get
Right. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, I
giving
realized
it
that
to
there
them
was a lot of
without their consent, without them even knowing about it. That's shady. But
right,
even in that
right,
time,
like that. I mean, I get that there was a lot of drug consumption in those days, but then there's the other part, bro. There's the whole other part. You know what I mean? And if he thought that that was okay or socially acceptable, well, then why was it hidden so fucking well?
he didn't. He didn't hide it at all. He talked. If you saw him in the '60s, one of his signature bits is Spanish Fly. He's talking about drugging women with sex drugs to get laid for. It was his signature bit. That's how I learned about Spanish Fly as a 5-year-old in 1965. I mean, so it wasn't like he was hiding. He was very open about it. He talked about it on the Tonight Show with Johnny Carson. He did a whole thing about slipping women drugs in their drink in 1970. He wasn't hiding it at all. It was just part of his morality. Now, I'm not
So
saying the guy
how
was
is it
right.
that when this all came out, everybody acted like they knew nothing? Like this was shocking.
Exactly, because they were all basing it on, well, he's Dr. Huxtable. What the Dr. Huxtable thing was definitely part of his better angels of his life in trying to portray black people as not just ghetto worthy, but doctors and lawyers and teachers and that kind of stuff. And he spent his career doing that. But he also had a dark side, sexual party animal. And so did Sammy Davis Jr. And we look up, people don't mention him. Sammy Davis Jr. joined a Satanist cult to drug women and have sex with them while he was married, and everybody knew about it. He was part of Anton LaVey's New Process Church and went to Satanist parties. And in his book, in his memoir in 1990 or something, came out and said it was strictly about the sex and drugs. He wasn't really into Satan, but he went to those parties just for the young girls getting ripped out of their mind, passing out, and wanting to fuck you.
Wow.
It was part of the time. So I know growing up, and I totally get what you're saying. I'm just saying, if you grew up in that time, your mindset would not be the same as it is now, and you have to you factor that into. Yes, it was wrong. It's morally repugnant from what we know and what we know about humanity
Right.
now. But in that time, they didn't think they were doing anything wrong, which is weird. Like
Yeah.
slave owners didn't think they were doing anything wrong.
No,
But
yeah, I get it. You know,
it never occurred to you that you're being really, really a shitty person. It just never occurred to them.
right.
That's
Well,
not a
and
defense.
because I know that that's true for myself. You know what I mean? And like my own behaviors,
Yeah.
like I did what I saw happen around me. You know what I mean? I did what I saw the people in my circle doing, and it led to me having some pretty shitty behaviors.
Yeah. and that's not to forgive the behavior or excuse it. It's just
But it
to
makes
say
it understandable.
yeah, that's why we have a jury of our peers, not of people who can't get us. I would never want to be tried by a bunch of millennials or even if I'm going to have my jury, I want it to be a bunch of boomers like me, people who get where I came from.
Yeah, Gen Z would send me to the fucking like.
I think Gen
I'd
Z
be
like
so
me.
screwed.
I think millennials and
You're deplorable.
I think I get along with Gen Z. Anyway, I really got to go. I got to go work.
Well,
You
get out
have
of here.
you have a good day.
Thank you for
Keep
letting me come
hustling.
on.
Keep hustling and think about what I said about not necessarily going out to LA, but maybe, and I can help you with this somehow, putting together a acting demo reel. I really think.
I mean, that would be cool because, like, dude, like, dude, I nail auditions. Like I audition. When I audition, I usually do, like, if they want me to do like a monologue or whatever, which I've only auditioned a few times. But I do Jack Nicholson from A Few Good Men.
Oh,
that's
cool.
actually my monologue piece that I have prepared usually.
So you're gonna puke in my dead skull or something? I'll rip your head off and puke in your dead skull.
I mean, that's after he's off the stand, but yeah, it's that scene.
All right. Anyway, yeah. So have a good day and think about that stuff. And I mean, I'll catch you
and I'll
tomorrow.
send you some audio stuff. So, what do you want said? Like, do you have some
anything you want? But the one thing I really want said is you're listening to Mind Dog Radio. Anything beyond that? Hi, this is William Conway. You're listening to Mind Dog Radio.
Oh, I'm going to send you a bunch of shit, and it's
all sorts of stuff like
you're listening to Mind Dog Radio. Okay, all right, it'll be great.
Cool.
Do you ever play like scary songs, Halloween songs,
I will for Halloween. We'll put together a Halloween playlist. I'm sure there are some already on there that would fit into that genre. I'm just asking, and if anybody has any MP3s they want to include, send those to me too. Like
I have one of the best creepy door sounds ever. Like when I was doing my shows in Texas, my friend that I stayed with had a garage door that creaked for like fucking 30 seconds straight if you just tapped it, and it's one of the best like Halloween door creak sounds you could ever imagine.
All right, well,
it's fun.
Send me anything you got. Anything you got that you want to be on Mind Dog Radio.
Yeah.
All right. See you later.
Later.
All right. William Conway, folks. I'm going to tell you to turn on your radio, and then I'm going to get to work. You guys have a great day. Thanks for being here on a Tuesday morning. Tuesday's the worst day of the week. But maybe we'll see you tomorrow if all goes well. And then tomorrow night, the moon landing fake conspiracy guy, Bart something or other will be with me. That should be an interesting one. See you.
I to me, listen to me, listen to me now. Listen to me, listen to me, listen to me now. Listen to me, listen to